I will take you back to the discussion at the start of the afternoon where we spoke to the Hamburg Giants about whether or not the narrative needs to change around the team, that they are no longer just pinching points from championship contenders, that they actually deserve to be in that conversation, that they themselves deserve to be seen as championship contenders. And after going on to rule Mexico City, winning their first GCL event since 2019 back in Berlin, all of a sudden now, Hamburg Giants find themselves on top of the overall standings, 3 stages down. And we are now talking about serious championship contenders. And they do still have other riders in the bank that will be able to support Bob Less and Jur Friedling. We'll unpack it all for you here as Super Saturday continues on GCTV. Let's look back at a fascinating event of Global Champions League action.
Lamisol is leading the way in equestrian sports with its commitment to green technology and eco-friendly products. The EnviroGreen line from Lamisol is created from recycled plastic and natural bamboo charcoal. Using advanced green technology, Lamisol creates the best for my horses. I'm proud to partner with Lamisol in striving to protect the environment for future generations.
Lamisol. The future is green.
Welcome back to GCTV. Let's go straight back to Mexico City as your top 3 podium team finishers now make their way out to the middle of the arena in Mexico City. And what a performance it has been, not just from the Hamburg Giants, who go on to win their first GCL event in almost 3 years, but what about CanStars as well? Such a disappointing 2021 season, such a struggle in 2021, and second last on the table after the first 2 events of 2022. And it looked as if it was going to be much the same. So, taking nothing away from Hamburg Giants, your winners, taking nothing away from Saint-Tropez Pirates, your silver medalists today. But what a performance from the CanStars, Johnny Pulse on Charlie, Jan Sparkman on Nominee, to come through and finish on an overall score of 4, thanks to a double clear today, to finish in 3rd place, to finish on the podium. What a stunning performance from the CanStars. We'll talk about some of the other teams that perhaps did not perform so well. Stockholm Hearts, powered by H&M, in 13th today. Paris Panthers, another championship contender, finishing in 15th today. And your defending champions, Valkenswaard United, putting up their best performance of the season thus far with an overall finish of 5th place. Edwina Tops-Alexander collecting her first clear of 2022, and unfortunately for Gilles Thomas, staring down the barrel of a double clear, but that final fence of his round going down, seeing them finish on 4 and seeing them finish on 5th overall. Look at the smiles on the face of the CanStars. Look at the smile on the face of Johnny Pulse. He knows what this means, and I hope that this really will be a catalyst. It will be a trigger for Can Stars throughout the rest of the season to just give them some confidence, give them some self-belief that they can indeed put up strong performances like this. See a single fence go down over 4 rounds of jumping. That was Jans Bachman in round 1. Caprice with a single fault. And a clear from Isabella Rusakov. Stunning round from her in GCL round 1. Here are our podium finishers making their way up on top of the podium as we prepare for the celebrations in Mexico City. We await the medals and hopefully a very entertaining champagne shower to follow in a few moments' time as well. Your third place finishers, Johnny Puls, Jans Bachman, both jumping clear today. Can Stars on Charlie and Nomani finishing in third place on a score of 4. Your second place finishers double clear all weekend long. Very, very difficult to put up a score like that and not go on to win. Tough pill to swallow for the Saint-Tropez Pirates. Clear all weekend. Mikey Penda on HHS Calais. Daniel Deusser on Killer Queen. They finish in second place today and also move up well on the overall standings. But here is the big story. The men in white, Hamburg Giants, after a very, very strong start to the season, in third place already going into Mexico after collecting 25 points in Doha and 13 points in Miami Beach. They go on to win in Mexico City. Let's join the winners on the podium.
Empezando por el equipo clasificado en la tercera posición, el equipo Kansas Star, Jan Tops, presidente y fundador del Longines Global Champions Tour y de la Global Champions League, y don Álvaro Arrieta, presidente y fundador de Auxerre Sport, suben para entregar la medalla al equipo clasificado en la tercera posición.
And presenting to the team in third, the Can Stars, Jan Tops, president and founder of the Global Champions League, presenting to our top teams, presenting there into third spot, the Can Stars, Johnny Puls and Jens Bachman.
Vamos ya con el equipo clasificado en segundo lugar. Don Juan Manuel Cosío, presidente de la Federación Ecuestre de México, va a entregar la medalla al equipo clasificado en segundo lugar, el equipo de los Piratas de Saint-Tropez, Michael Pender y Daniel Deusser.
And presenting the Saint-Tropez Pirates, it is Juan Manuel Cosío, president of the Mexican Federation, to the team in second, to Michael Pender and Daniel Deusser for the Saint-Tropez Pirates.
Y ahora las medallas a los vencedores, hoy más gigantes que nunca, Hamburg Giants, don Jesús Zúñiga San Martín, director de Administración Integral de Riesgos de GNP Seguros, entrega la medalla al equipo ganador de la Global Champions League de México 2022, Hamburg Giants.
Is Zúñiga San Martín, Director of Administration of GNP Seguros, our sponsors, presenting to the winning team. Congratulations to the winners here in Mexico, the Global Champions League of Mexico City, going to Barbless, revealing the Hamburg Giants.
Es el momento de la foto de los vencedores, la foto de los 3 mejores equipos de esta Global Champions League, de este trofeo GNP Seguros, junto con patrocinadores, junto con autoridades. Ahí están los 6 jinetes, junto a don Jesús Zúñiga San Martín, don Juan Manuel Cosío, don Jan Tops y don Álvaro Arrieta.
And congratulations our top 3 to return to those top horses as well. Let's remind you a few of those. Jens Bachman with Nominee, Johnny Puls with Charlie, Michael Pender with HHS Calais, Daniel Deusser, Killer Queen VDM, and the 2 top winning rides, Chris Grass, DV with Barbless, and Fiumicino with Jörg
on the
Wieling as they
overall
get set
championship
for the lap
standings
of honour.
as the story around the Hamburg Giants really begins to shift as they now seem to become serious title contenders. There is talk around their depth, around their rider depth. Yes, Barbless and Jörg Wieling have dominated the show. However, with Simon Delestre still in the wings as well, they have another top quality rider that can provide assistance throughout the year. Will it be enough for them to continue challenging and continuing picking up points throughout the year? Well, time will tell, as the 6 riders now go back on their horses and produce a lap of honor. The camera will indeed surround these 2 men. Chris Grass coming in for round 2 after Conrad jumped a very impressive clear for Barbless in the opening round. He then switched to Chris Grass and repeated that feat. Jörg Wieling jumping Fiumicino on both days. Clear in round 1, clear in round 2, as that partnership continues to grow and continues to improve. Your men in white, your champions of Mexico City 2022, the Hamburg Giants.
Es la vuelta de honor de los tres primeros clasificados, el equipo Hamburg Giants, el equipo Saint-Tropez Pirates, el equipo Kansas Star, los mejores de esta competencia Global Champions League. Les recuerdo que esto no se termina en el día de hoy, que nos queda todavía un plato fuerte más por celebrar, por disfrutar en esta pista verde de Campo Marte. Ahí estamos viendo al equipo ganador, dando esta segunda vuelta de honor, escoltados por Saint-Tropez Pirates y por Kansas Star. Gran actuación del equipo de Hamburgo, con Bart Bless y con Jürgen Brilling. No solamente han hecho 0 en las 2 jornadas, sino que además han sido los más rápidos. Ahí están los vencedores, Hamburg Giants. Por detrás los Piratas de Saint-Tropez, por detrás el equipo de Kansas Star.
The two men of the moment, Bart Bless and Jür Freeling, performing so well in Mexico City as the colors and cultures and feel of Mexico surely is on display this weekend. And don't forget that this is just essentially the halfway point of Super Saturday, because not only has the GCL come and gone, but we still have an LGCT Grand Prix of Mexico to come. And we will shift our attention, we will move our thinking from red to blue in a few moments' time. But it is important for us to look back on the impressive performances of the Global Champions League performers in Mexico. Let's take you back to the Hamburg Giants and show you just how and why they were able to get over the line in such impressive fashion. As we said, a horse change from round 1 to round 2 for Bart Bless, deciding to bring his 12-year-old bay, Chris Kras, in for the second round. And he delivered a very important double clear. That paved the way for his teammate Jür Freeling on Fiumicino to go on and produce a clear, knowing that only Shanghai Swans were to follow. And unfortunately for the Shanghai Swans, things fell apart quite late, and we'll come and show you that in a few moments' time. But it was that double clear from the Hamburg Giants that was able to get them over the line, that was able to get them on top of the podium. So many quality performances to look back on tonight as we look on Mexico City and who then were the star performers, because Can Stars, as we mentioned, one of the best performing outfits of the weekend, a team that has struggled in 2021 and looked to be struggling at the start of the season in 2022 as well, produced one of the standout performances of the season as Can Stars finishing on the podium. But let's show you Saint-Tropez, who finished in second place, Mikey Pender and Daniel Deusser putting in a really strong performance as well. We know HHS Calais and Killer Queen coming back for the second round today. No changes for Saint-Tropez Pirates, rider or horse. And it was much the same for these two-star riders. Mikey Pender on HHS Calais delivering a double clear for the weekend. Let's take nothing away from the importance and the credibility of that ride from Mikey Pender. And then a former world #1, Daniel Deusser, an LGCT Grand Prix winner and already a Super Cup winner in the past as well. On Killer Queen, Daniel Deusser producing a very impressive double clear himself. And as we mentioned, how heartbreaking for the Saint-Tropez Pirates to put together a completely clean weekend. A double clear across both riders throughout the weekend, and somehow you still get beaten to the line. That's how good the double clear of the Hamburg Giants was. But I alluded to Can Stars a few moments ago, and let's take you back to their performance, because a performance of that nature from this team surely needs to be praised. They were 9th out the gate, starting the day on 4, thanks to a single fault from Jens Bachmann in round 1. He made a horse change and brought in nominee. Johnny Pulse came in for round 2 as well. And both men perhaps jumping well beyond expectation and finishing in 3rd place. It was a very impressive performance from the Can Stars, and this could well serve as the major catalyst for them to kickstart for the rest of the 2022 season, because things have been quite difficult. They've been hard to come by. So Where to from CanStars from here? Well, the time will tell. Shanghai Swans, as we mentioned, the final team to come out the gate, the only team that will be able to stop Hamburg Giants. Your runners-up from 2021 knew that they had to deliver late today at the end of GCL Round 2. And unfortunately for the Swans, things fell apart quite quickly for Christian Allman and Katrien Ackermann. Christian Allman, the first man out the gates on solid gold. That incredible pairing, he changed from Mandato in round 1 to solid gold. And unfortunately, 4 faults quickly became 8 faults for the experienced Christian Allman. Katrien Ackermann on Kalamandia followed, and unfortunately for her, it may only have been a 4. But with the 8 and 4, it saw the Shanghai Swans finish on 12. And with that 12, it saw them fall right out of contention and open up the pathway for the Hamburg Giants to go on and pick up victory in Mexico City in 2022. Now, I believe that Johnny Pulse is standing by for us and is ready to speak to us to give us his thoughts and his reaction as to how well this team rode and how well this team jumped this weekend, because they made horse changes, they made rider changes, and none of that affected their performance. One of the standout performances, at least over the last 2 years, from the CanStars as they make their way onto the podium. Johnny Pulse, thank you so much for joining us. Congratulations. Is this the best performance from the CanStars that we have seen in Global Champions League in recent history?
For sure, it's for this year the best result. No, it went really well. Horses jumped great, so yeah, very happy with it.
Johnny, what does this do for the rest of the season? Does it give you belief that podium finishes are possible, that you can repeat results like this?
Yes, for sure. For sure, we believe in it, and we have a good team, and we're all motivated. We have some good horses. Now we just need to happen, and we need to ride good rounds. So we try our best.
And tell us about your teammates, Johnny. You came in today for round 2 and jumped very well. Jans Bachmann had an unlucky fault. Do you feel that there's quality in this team?
Yeah, we have good quality in the team, and like I said, it just need to happen now, and we need to have a little bit of luck. But today we just rode both good, and our horses jumped really good. So yeah, we try to keep this up, and we try to keep like this.
We look forward to seeing you on the podium more come the end of the season. Johnny Pulse, thank you very much for your time, and well done for a great performance.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Right, Johnny Pulse joining his CanStars team in the second round of Global Champions League on Charlie, and coming in and just fitting in like a glove, jumping clear today, along with Jens Bachmann, who made a horse change on Nominee, jumping clear as well. And all of a sudden, they then found themselves on the podium. What about the championship leaders, Berlin Eagles, who came in red-hot form? Miller and Ludger Beerbaum, again, leading the line, pulling this team across. We've seen the mentorship role that he plays and delivers in the ring as well, wearing that red armband. The Berlin Eagles once again delivered, and despite a surprising fall, the first fault for Ludger Beerbaum and Miller in 2022 in round 1 was back to normal for this incredible pairing as the veteran jumped clear once more. And this time the roles were reversed. Christian Kukuk and Mumbai jumping clear in round 1, now coming home in 4. It saw the Berlin Eagles finish on 8 overall, and all of a sudden now their championship lead has been eaten into, and we start to see a really unique race starting to develop between the Hamburg Giants and the Berlin Eagles. Yes, it is still early days, and there is still a huge amount of events to look forward to throughout the rest of the 2022 season. But everybody was expecting Stockholm Hearts and all of a sudden Paris Panthers to be competing for the title, maybe Saint-Tropez Pirates and Shanghai Swans. But now we are seeing a very, very different story develop in the opening stages of the year. Now, Velgenswaard United finally getting back to some of the form that we know them for. The defending champions had a terrible start to the year, underperforming in Doha, underperforming in Miami. And Edwina Tops-Alexander playing the anchor role that she is so good at, finally delivering the first clear of her 2022 season, and followed by Gilles Thomas, who looked to be double clear all weekend. And then the final fence going down, heartbreak for the young Belgian, who seemed destined to jump a double clear. that final fence going down, seeing Valkenswaard finish on 8, and you can see the frustration in the face of Edwina Tops-Alexander, knowing what the double clear would have meant for the team. Instead, they finish on 8. And unfortunately, they see themselves fall away. GCTV caught up with Edwina Tops-Alexander following that first clear of the season. Let's hear from the rider.
We haven't had a good start really at all, and both our horses jumped fantastic. And you know, I had an unlucky fault yesterday, and Jill's had today an unlucky fault. So it's just the way the sport is.
So how difficult was it to ride this course?
I mean, to be quite honest, it's not massive. It's not big. It's fair. I think it's very fair. I think he's done a great job. It's just quite delicate. Yeah.
So can we say Velo Kastvoort is growing into the competition?
I mean, he certainly likes the grass a lot, and you know, I gave him quite a break at the beginning of the season, which wasn't the best idea. So I think that horse needs to keep going, and I think the more he goes, you know, within reason, the better he starts to jump.
So overall feeling of this weekend about the results of Valkenswaard United?
Well, we'll know a bit more at the end of the class, but I mean, disappointing that we both had one down, especially when your horses jump great. So it is what it is. So I mean, if we end up top 5, would be great. I don't really know exactly where we are. I think we're about 4th or 5th now. I don't know, but it is how it is, and we just have to keep doing much better.
So this is also a result that how do you say it, like gives a good feeling into getting to Madrid?
Yeah, I hope so. You know, like I said, we did start off good, and we were not great last week in Miami. So let's hope this is a good start to a good kickoff.
Always the professional Edwina Tops-Alexander hoping that this will indeed serve as the catalyst for Valkenswaard United season. The defending champions in that title defence need to bounce back after 2 poor performances in the opening stages. Finally now, they seem to be back to a little bit of that winning magic, and Gilles Thomas certainly has been a revelation for the team. Can he go on and compete and perform more throughout the rest of the year? Well, that decision then needs to come from team management. But he certainly has shown that they have the ability. They have more depth as well, because we talk about Marcus Eining, we talk about John Whittaker as well. All of a sudden, Gilles Thomas, the young Belgian, is available and ready to perform. Speaking about ready and available to perform, the Saint-Tropez Pirates were outstanding this weekend. Double clear all weekend, Mikey Pender and Daniel Deusser. Daniel Deusser joins us on the show. Daniel, it must be heartbreaking to go double clear all weekend and not win a GCL event. How do you feel?
Yeah, I'm still feeling very good, to be honest. Like you said, my horse jumped double clear. She performed very well yesterday and today. At the end, we were a little bit too slow, but it's always easier said when you're last to go or when you're behind a double clear round. So I'm absolutely happy with our second place. Also, my team colleague Michael Pender did 2 fantastic rounds. And yeah, we go from here and hope to win another stage of the year.
Daniel, I think you were about 8th position on the table coming into Mexico City. This podium will do you well for championship points. Do you feel that this can be the moment that will reignite your season, prove to you and Mikey and the team that you deserve more than mid-table?
We are trying. Definitely we have a very strong team, and I think our team deserves more than mid-table. We were a little bit unlucky in Doha and in Miami. This weekend we performed well, and I hope to continue from here.
And Daniel, proof again that with HHS Calais and Killer Queen, 2 top horses, when you guys get it right, the Saint-Tropez Pirates look outstanding. Tell us about that pairing, your 2 horses.
Yeah, like I said, we have 2 fantastic horses with Calais and Killer Queen. And also Mikey, he's a very good rider. He performs very consistent, and already last year he did a very good job. I'm looking positive into the future, and I hope that the Saint-Tropez Pirates can win another stage.
Well, we look forward to seeing you on the podium many more times. Daniel Deusser, well done for your 2nd place finish, and we look forward to chatting to you in the future.
Thank you.
All right, Daniel Deusser on Killer Queen and Mikey Pender on HHS Calais. Heartbreaking to go double clear, not a single fence over 4 rounds of jumping, and somehow you still don't go on to win a GCL event. That's how good the Hamburg Giants were. But It is the reality. Let's show you the table as to how things look at the end of Mexico, because Paris Panthers, would you believe it, down in 15th position. Stockholm Hearts, powered by H&M, one of the major championship players, down in 13th position. A big jump for Istanbul Sultans, who, thanks to their double clear, made up some real ground. And New York Empire, unfortunately, yet again, starting well and just unable to finish. Hamburg Giants, top of the podium, yet again a very strong performance from the men in white, finishing ahead of Saint-Tropez Pirates and Cannes Stars. Berlin Eagles, your championship leaders, finish in 4th. And as you mentioned, Valkenswaard United, a very good performance, the best finish of their season thus far, in 5th place on an overall score of 8, finishing ahead of Miami Celtics, Madrid in Motion, and Shanghai Swans in 8th place. Now, I believe that we do have the Hamburg Giants standing by. Jur Frieling, I think, is ready for us to have a conversation. Jur Frieling, thank you very much for joining us. At the start of the day, Frederik de Backer spoke to you about, does the story of Hamburg Giants need to change? You said yes, and you have delivered a very impressive double clear today. Are you guys serious title contenders for the GCL in 2022?
Yeah, I hope we do. We have really good horses, we have a strong team. It's still a really long way to go, but till now everything goes by plan.
So, Jur, there's talk around depth in teams. There needs to be rider depth and horse depth. We saw Bart Bless making a horse change today. Talk to us about the depth that the Hamburg Giants have to compete with the big teams this year. Rider and horse, the depth that your team has. Tell us about it.
Yeah, we have what I said. We have really good horses. Bart is in a really good shape. At the moment, everything is going good, so we enjoy it. We have a lot of faith, and yeah, I think we have, at the moment we're doing good. And every show is a new show, but here in Mexico was fantastic, and the avenue, the audience here, everything is so nice. It's beautiful to win here.
And having watched Berlin Eagles come home in 8th, did you feel the pressure when you made your way into the arena? What was going through your mind, knowing that there was a chance to make up serious ground?
No. Yeah, we did, and we had to go for it. And I had a good feeling because the horse was in a good shape and jumped good. And for sure, you can make a fault somewhere. But took with his clear round already a lot of pressure away with me. So thanks to Bart, we made it.
I think it was thanks to you and thanks to Bart. Jur Frieling, well done again. Champions of Mexico City. You and Fiumicino in particular were great.
Thank you.
We look forward to chatting to you more throughout the 2022 season. What a pair this is proving to be, Fiumicino and Jur Frieling. And we look forward to seeing how they will compete throughout the rest of the season. He says, thanks to Bart Bless, we did okay. I think Jur Frieling contributed quite well as well. That is a wrap of Global Champions League Stage 3 of 2022. But that's not a wrap of your day's affairs, because we still have the rest of Super Saturday to come. There is still an LGCT Grand Prix of Mexico to follow. So goodbye to the GCL and hello to the LGCT. It's coming up next here on GCTV. Stay with us, and congratulations to the Hamburg Giants.